Hellcat. Coming like a Hellcat. Like a Hellcat. Coming like a hell. Like a Hellcat.
Lions roaring in the morning sun, searching for a longer day. People feeling like the light has just come. We must never stop the way. Birds jumping and I hear my name, grasping into life. Life is happy but it's so insane. We must merely make a start. Savannah, I'm coming home. Savannah, we'll never be alone. Savannah, the beauty of the world. Savannah, let's all take a walk. Savannah. The birds have just begun. We will always take a stand for the people, for the land. Let's go back to when we were young. For the animals we stand. Let's go back to when trees were swung. Kids across the land. Savannah, I'm coming home. Savannah, we'll never be alone. Savannah, the beauty of the world. Savannah, let's all take a walk. Savannah, I'm coming home. Savannah, we'll never be alone. Savannah,
challenges.
Life.
Hello and welcome everybody. So sorry for the delay, but we are back with day 2 of the Southeast Asian Pro League in the Asia Pacific region. I'm Infian Ewok, and with me as per usual is the one and only Russian Cthulhu.
Yeah, boy. Hello, everyone. Happy to be here and happy to do the casting.
Right.
And we have quite an interesting match. Well, interesting in regards to it's pretty much seems to be the repetition of the matchup that we've seen last season, which I believe was during the Challenger League as well, the relegations, if I remember correctly. And it will be Xavier Esports versus Sound of the Silencing. And boy, oh boy, was it a massacre last time.
Yeah, and it was on Coastline too, one of the maps. It was a best of 3 series back then, but Coastline is the first map up today, and that day, what happened on Coastline was Xavier Esports backed Sound of the Silencing 5-0, 5-0 on the second map as well, and in both the maps, in one of the rounds, they got 2 interrogations each. So yeah,
definitely, yeah, that was something to witness. That was a thorough meme right there. But nonetheless, Coastline and Consulate, the choice of the teams will be for this matchup. And what are your predictions, Ewok?
Well, I think it's not going to be good for them. This is going to be... SOTS, they really need to have improved in the off-season an incredible amount for them to even hold a candle. But yeah, we're gonna start the game, and let's not predict too much based on what happened the last time. Let's just see what happens this time. Definitely.
And we will be witnessing Xavier actually going on offense for both of those maps. And let's see at the ban phase. First, starting off SOTS, I would say that SOTS will probably, if they did do their homework, we will be seeing probably something like a Ash. No, never mind, a Glass.
Glass band. Interesting.
Although I do see the play of Glass on this one.
Yeah, unfortunately there is a bit of an issue with the stream, but we are back right there, and Xavier are taking their time with the ban. They've used up almost the entire period, yeah, and they have banned Ying. Interesting choice.
A Ying ban would be okay for them because they don't exactly shoot themselves in the foot, but at the same time that will be preventing that kind of quick Russian tactic that SOTS could have adopted.
Yeah.
But in that regard, for the defenders, okay. we're going back to the global regions now.
Yeah, I mean, this is what's been happening everywhere. Mirror ban, left, right, and center. I think the Coupe de France tournament saw a 93% mirror ban.
Yeah. And, I mean, choosing a mirror ban... Oh, and a bandit. Ooh, that's a
Okay.
spicy one.
So
That's a
this-
spicy one.
So this means that when they go to the bedroom bombs at Penthouse Theater, they can't bandit the wall, and they're gonna have to pick a
Yep.
mute.
Yeah, that would be their only solution. Otherwise, I don't know, bring something, rather a more of an active detergent, something like a Maestro for that. Maybe they have the strat for that, but Penthouse Theater, yep, called it. Better yet, bring both Mutant and Maestro for that. And yeah, this is gonna be interesting. Banning both Mira and Bandit, that is something I'm seeing for the first time, but that just might be me.
Well, let's see how the sixth pick goes, if there's going to be any change. Yesterday's matchup, the singular matchup between Envy and Airwolf, there weren't that many... There weren't that many sixth picks. And we're going to have one here, Ella to Jaeger. So that could be a bit of a bait, I guess. You know, that, oh, guys, you can bring your grenades, and then boom, you have 6 ADSs to face. But these guys have quite a bit to waste the ADSs. That's 6 flashbangs, my bad, 2 frag grenades, 4 concussion, and 2 impacts. So I don't think they're gonna have
Attackers
any
need to
problems.
locate and defuse bombs.
Yeah. Now that should be fine. Should be fine, but should be is usually the best case scenario, but usually the best case scenario barely works. But I'm quite curious how the Maestro play might happen here, because if they do it right, if they play their cards right with the Maestro, I feel that could be the
Oh,
game
look
changer.
at that. That's the bailiff we're seeing on Maestro. You know, we're talking about Maestro. What
Yeah.
a neat little pistol. A revolver shot.
Yeah. I mean,
10 seconds remaining.
like I've been using it for a fair few times. It packs a punch
5 seconds
if
to
you go for the up close and personal. So it is both a good
Attackers recover the defuse.
defense weapon against the
Attackers'
players
objective is
and
to
a
locate a bomb
decent
and defuse
destruction
it.
weapon on the same levels as the Mira shotgun. But actually, now that you got me thinking, Maestro's turret could be rather used as something like a mirror window in some sort, with
Yeah.
Maestro being still alive. You could
Definitely.
just do the reinforcing like the usual, but place, instead of the mirror, just place on the Maestro on the other side. We're already seeing
located
some
by
snap.
attackers.
There we go. That was extremely quick and cancel out of the equation. Oof. It's not gonna be that. It's not that much of a loss utility-wise, but it's gonna be pain for SOTS to go straight away for him, because that's the man advantage down.
Yeah, and especially given what we've seen with the past match and the last time they faced each other, which was quite recently, I don't
Yeah.
think it's looking very good. And look at that! Healthcare already taking down Mr. Wick here, the Jaeger inside of VIP. Jerry does trade one back onto IP. That's the Lion that was
Yeah.
pushing the long haul.
And Hellcat just not bothering, because he's just gonna punch the whole castle out.
Leo's gonna try fight this Blackbeard, and he's gonna have a bit of trouble, but both of these guns are extremely potent. That's an LMG with an ACOG, and that's an SR-25 D-Round that does an incredible amount of damage.
Yeah.
Attackers have dropped
Leo,
a bomb.
meanwhile, will be going in for the Flankaruni, and picking up the kill onto Lycolis.
Attackers recovered the
Never
bomb.
mind,
diffuser.
Hellcat will be trading him off straight away as well. 3v1 situation. Leo is the last man alive. That could be an issue for him if he can't connect the shots, but never mind. Blackbeard will be taking his life, and that will be the first round.
That was very dominant round. I mean, okay, this is a better SOTS than what we saw last time. I mean, last time I remember it used to be attack defense switch. It was in the previous format. That's when the relegations were played. But it used to be that on attack, these guys would just bulldoze the SOTS guys, and it would be the kills that SOTS would get were very lucky kills. But right now, SOTS, you know, you can see that they have made some improvements. They are trying to set themselves up for the trade. They're trying to hold the better angles, trying to use their utility, and it kind of is working for them.
Yeah, it is definitely, well, it mildly worked for them, but
Mildly, yeah.
mildly. But Penthouse Theater will be the choice once again, and instead this time a pick of Rook and a Vigil instead of what I believe was Mute and Maestro.
That is correct, and we're gonna see a Buck switch, perhaps from Producer Boom. Interesting if he's gonna switch off that soft destruction.
Yeah, I mean, they have Zofia for that small destruction, and I don't think that that Xavier would go for something any bigger. But yeah, IQ pick will be actually a good choice now, considering the fact that they got Vigil at the moment.
Yeah, they have a Vigil, they have a Legion, so that IQ pick could help quite a bit.
And the Jaeger, because Jaeger is the main counter to Sophia breaching charges.
Yeah, so
they can track those down.
Yeah, from below they can, like, you know, try and get it through the soft floor.
Yeah. Yeah, so this definitely interesting. I'm questioning the choice of shotgun on the castle, but
shotgun, really? And using it to make holes, you don't have much ammo on the shotgun, and you're gonna be firing it quite rapidly due to it being semi-automatic and not having too much damage.
Attackers have recovered their diffuser. Attackers' objective is to locate
maybe
a bomb and
there's a
defuse
hidden plan somewhere, and maybe we'll be seeing a roaming castle even. But
I think roaming castle can work, but a roaming shotgun castle, we'll have to see. I've not seen it work with a shotgun.
I mean, I make it sometimes work, but that's just casual games.
Well, Producer Boom is going to come up against the castle barricade where Chetsaron got his first kill right about this time in the previous round, and Error has returned back to the bathroom where the hatch has been opened, and Producer Boom is going to attempt to frag that castle barricade. It seems no, he's just going to move away.
Meanwhile, Hajime is actually making his way over. He does know that there's a Vigil somewhere around in the area, so he might require IQ's assistance on this one, but no. Actually, Vigil is going in on a flank.
SBS shotgun
there we
works,
go.
guys.
There we go.
Shotgun. Oh, immediate trade back though by Producer Boom. He gets him. Oh, that's interesting. He jumps in through the kitchen and gets him.
That was very well done. That was actually. I'm totally surprised that the shotgun did work. I called it actually, but yeah.
Yeah, unfortunately for healthcare, the Zofia is lost, and I think that's a worthwhile trade. You have an FBI shotgun castle who has already probably placed his barricades, and ooh, that's a good pre-fire from Hajime. Gets two. Leo unable to trade him out as he's immobilized. Blue is down as well. Chitsarun cleans him up as he falls in through. That's a very nice spectator bug. Yeah, Hajime is inside, so is Lycolis, and he's got his pistol out. He's gonna try a duel with Jerry here, but Jerry gets away without losing any HP. Loses a lot of HP to Hajime though, but it's still 3-on-1. Lycolis about 25 HP, about the same as Jerry. Oh, he's gonna try fight the BB. Unfortunately, that face shield is just too strong, and the range is just too much.
Yeah, I mean that just felt like exactly like the round before. You have 3v1, and just from there you can't seem to frag it out. It just doesn't work at all, unfortunately. But nonetheless, Penthouse Theater will be once again the attempt. Jerry and Error at the moment are
not really
going
doing
in. Yeah.
too bad. Not really doing
Yeah,
too bad.
not too bad.
They are losing.
I like
too
how.
bad.
Yeah, I like how the Error just keeps on switching. Like he goes.
Yeah.
Before it was the shotgun. This time it's pulse. I won't be surprised if it's a pulse shotgun.
Yeah. To be honest, pulse shotgun it kind of works because you can wallbang quite effectively with that.
Yeah. No, my train of thought was rather that you can run away way faster, being a 3-speed. Never mind, Blue might be actually going for the switch. Yeah, because Pulse is a 3-speed, Castle is a 2-speed.
Ah, right. I don't play Castle much actually, so I actually forgot. So Producer Boom's gonna switch from Buck to the Blitz, and the Blitz used to be one of the older members of Xavier's mains. I saw Preacher, if people remember his name. He used to be the designated Blitz main, and pretty much every single round he would pick Blitz and Blitz only, no matter where he was attacking.
Yeah. I'm already. I'm seeing the chat just been going like the castle shotgun. Well, what is this for the previous round? But nonetheless, there we go. There's the mute reinforcement. Can't just decide what is happening. But yeah, I would expect that
10 seconds left.
it will be pretty much just about the same formation. Error will be on the roam. I did not
5
catch
seconds to
whether
go.
he was on the shotgun or not.
Yeah, I didn't catch that either, unfortunately.
Ooh, Jerry might be
Attackers have
actually
recovered their
on.
diffuser. Attackers' objective is to
on
locate
something.
a bomb and defuse it.
Yeah, he might be onto something if he can get that flank and play his cards right. But I'm rather more interested as well in the blitz rush.
Well, not a rush just yet, but this is a pretty decent spot for the Evil Eye. It can take down any thermite charges that Lycolis might be trying to plant, and we all know how, even if you lose the Evil Eye for one thermite charge, if you deny it for just a bit more, it could be the difference between winning and losing the round.
Yeah. We do see also that error when I had to try to go for the pre-fire onto the blitz, but just to no effort. To no avail. Oof.
Yeah, healthcare from
Indeed.
above. That's a nasty angle. A lot of people forget, at least at the ranked level, even at Diamond, a lot of people forget that, if someone's posted up top, he can get a lot of map control by cutting off rotations.
Oh yeah, those map rotations can get really nasty. And I'm
Attackers
pretty
have
sure at
located
this
a bomb.
point it's...
Oh, Jerry, with the
Defender is
run out from
exposed.
the main door, he takes down Tretsarun. This is, I believe, a very, very important kill for them. Tretsarun is a strong frag.
And being the Blackbeard player, he would have contributed quite well for the push, so that is a success.
Unfortunately for him, Producer is gonna come in and take him down. That blitz train, not getting very close, but still taking him down nonetheless.
Yeah. That was well played by Blitz, although I'm quite surprised that he's left on as much health as he is at the moment.
Yeah,
Error
I think-
might be in some trouble soon.
I think he ADS'd, that's why, Jerry was able to get a few shots onto him.
Yeah, it could be that. Although if he was ADS, then there should have been a headshot on this level.
Yeah, but potatoes happen.
True.
Well, Arrow is gonna try and get into this engagement with Lycolis here, but let's see if Producer Boom can't do anything. They don't know, but if they start tagging this blitz, he could actually go down right now. Oh no, he opens it at the wrong moment and the thermite takes it down. He's gonna be able to get that thermite charge planted, and now the pulse is gonna... No, he's not. Arrow is actually gonna take down Producer Boom. 3v4 man advantage in favor. There's quick trades right here. 2v2 Hajime is down. 1v2, 24 seconds left to go. Could this be SOTS's first round? Healthcare is in the bathroom. He's still droning with 18 seconds left to go. Mr. Wick and Error setting up a
15
crossfire.
seconds left.
Error on a sliver of health. He does get the kill onto Error. Is he going to be able to get the kill onto Wick? No, he will not. Wick uses the murder hole and takes him down.
Revenge of the Sith. Jim, that finally happened. SOTS do take the win, the first round win after a while against Xavier.
So the record is 12-1 right now.
But could this be the start of the comeback train?
Yeah,
The goal is actually on a donut and still on the top of the leaderboard. That is fascinating.
4 assists, so he is doing something right. And Leo also on a donut. He's got 2 assists with the Legion of his, I assume. But Lycolis, I believe he is the in-game leader. So as long as there's a Tachanka era, come on, we know that's his 6th pick. Noble Esports did the same thing in North America. They picked Tachanka and then they switched off. Yeah, come on. Rockery. Okay, we see you, Era. We see you.
I mean that is well played, but at the same time that's meme worthy as well.
Yeah, but it's not gonna see any 6th pick from Xavier. It does seem they're just gonna wait out the clock and not make any changes. So if you guys don't know the new format just yet, what happens is
Attackers
each
need
team
to
selects
locate and
operators, 5
defuse
operators, and
bombs.
then both teams get to see each other's operators, the initial 5, and then the 6th pick allows you to change an operator without the opposition team knowing which operator you have changed and what operator you have changed into. Even if you don't change an operator, they won't know that you have not changed. So that kind of mind games comes into the Pro League now with this new format.
Definitely. I would rather also add that the map ban, I mean not the map ban, the op ban is also quite a big addition to the Pro League, as it does bring yet another level, because now you need to have, instead of having like 1 or 2 ops that you use, like, you need to have all 3 of them. Just in case.
That was unfortunate for Era because the drone was just, you know, just saw exactly where he placed that camera, so that's not going to be very useful for long.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, when you're versing Xavier, you would imagine that they would straight away go for that camera just to deny the info gathering for as much as possible. Jerry might be actually in a good position as well, so he could get some flankaroonies going, but in that regard, I feel that Xavier might actually expect something like that.
Yeah, perhaps. They had this second Valkyrie camera outside here that's going to give them about the same amount of information, so that's good for them, but I'm not sure if it is spotted or not. One thing I can't help but think is that SOTF should have banned. Oh no, Hajime is gonna take the headshot on the Era right here and pre-fires the left spot where where Era was for good measure. Now the charges are gonna fly out, and this pixel angle from Mr. Wick is actually gonna take down Hellcat. That is your Zofia down after only expending what I believe was 2 concussion charges.
Yeah, that was actually a very good pick, because without Zofia, that's gonna make Xavier Esports' life way harder. But Hajime, never mind, is just gonna keep the train rolling. Just doesn't give a thing.
He is, you know, this is a very straightforward attack that Xavier is doing, just pushing in from Aquarium. Not really doing much in terms of a varied strategy or anything particular, and unfortunately Michael can't land the shots on Mr. Wick. He does take him down to about 50 HP. Oh dear. Sarun just on the window. I mean, you gotta ban against Xavier, you gotta ban the Blackbeard. And the plant is actually going down. Blue does take down one member of Xavier to put in a 3v2, but it's now a post-plant scenario. And they have to retake onto the bomb site.
I like how Xavier went in for the push from 2 sides. You had the Sledge pushing up and applying pressure on Hoka, and you had 2 players applying pressure from the pool side. So you would have the SOTS just have a split attention, so you won't be able to allocate all 5 players to one defense or to another, and that was one of the key points where Xavier managed to emphasize. Look at this! Chetsaran is already on 7 kills, yet still on the 2nd spot. Like, Collis is on the donut.
I think Chetsaran got 3k that round, and he still wasn't able to claim the 1st spot. What is Collis doing exactly?
I can't say. I don't know. It must be all of the kill assists, but the choice of Alibi now. Let's talk about that. And so TS Kitchen Alibi. I reckon that could be a good one. Yeah, because you could place one of the alibis behind the kitchen counter.
Sledge?
So you could...
Sledge to Monty?
This should be spicy.
An alibi off. Oh no, all the alibi analysis. Is Jerry gonna send it all down the drain?
Yeah, never mind.
Yeah, he is. Oh no. Okay, he's going for the Echo. That's a good operator pick as well. Especially, nope, not a Montaigne. It's gonna be Capital from producer Blitz. Come on, producer, make up your mind. Okay, so it's gonna be Blitz and Echo.
Defenders, protect your bombs from being defused by attackers.
I mean, producer's playing on Blitz. I'm quite confident in his play. Wait, Jerry playing on Echo instead of his usual roaming operator. I'm only half sold, to be honest.
I mean, he's not exactly done as much as he
Bomb located by attackers.
In the previous 4 rounds. He did get a kill here and there. Yes, his sound was good and moved around the round that they won. But Other than
10
that,
seconds
I
left
think
before insertion.
maybe if he's IGL, I'm not too sure on that, but I
5
think
seconds
he is.
remaining.
If he's IGL, maybe he'll do better with using those yokai drones. to
Attackers have
help
recovered their
roamers.
diffuser. Attackers are heading out to
Yeah.
defuse a bomb.
No, I think that instead of that, Jerry's whole role in this matchup so far was to be the enabler. So he gets that run out, he gets the kill, he takes out the core pusher, let's say, as a fear, like he did with the castle before,
Producer.
or Blackbeard.
He has seen the hiding spot of this yokai. He's just staring at it and is like telling
Hashtag
these guys, like,
producer
go kill
knows.
it, go kill it now, and we can have a very easy plan.
There actually nearly gets bulldozed. With the peak from the sunrise, and but yeah, throughout the whole match so far, Jerry's has been more of an enabler. Like the rest of the team needed to emphasize of that, like when Xavier didn't have the Blackbeard, or when they didn't have the Sophia, and I believe when Xavier lost the Blackbeard, actually that's when they won that round.
Lycolis will start the killing by taking a headshot onto Leo. That is lesion down. No more goo mines to be produced from his body. Jerry is gonna get off his drone and he's gonna try and use the ACOG and contend with the push coming in from Sunrise, but that's gonna be ill-advised. That thing is a pea shooter and you're gonna be fighting Chitsarun. Oh no, Chitsarun? He's on the kitchen window now. You're gonna be fighting Healthcare and like Roots.
I don't think Blue is going to be in that much of a comfortable position for him as well.
Oh, excellent play from him. Gets the impact, opens the barricade, and takes down Chitsarun, but Lycolis immediately trades him back because Blue was in rather a poor position. Ooh, Arrow's gonna try and fight Producer. Green, Lycolis gets a second. Producer does actually take down Mr. Weak. He's gonna breathe in a lot of smoke, down to about 25 HP, but doesn't matter because Hajime is there to clean up.
That was a bloodbath. I can't say anything. That was just pure bloodbath, and
Yeah, this game is
absolute
pretty
carnage.
much just frag versus, who can frag better, because Xavier, they don't seem to find the need, they don't seem to feel the need to really pull out too much of strats, and Lyco is 3k that round, so no more donut for him. Yeah, but they're not really pulling out any particular strategy, and SOTS isn't putting up any particular fight.
Yeah, and it feels that for SOTS they do need to emphasize a whole lot on if they have someone roaming, if they have, if they are on roam, they need to have that refragging. That's what we saw yesterday with Envy. They always had two people roaming, and so in case one downs, you can get instantly the refrag. That's what I feel might happen here, but I'm kind of dubious actually with the way how things are going.
He bought it to Buck. Okay, they do have a second heart breacher in Thermite, but interesting decision. So they're probably gonna try and go into lobby and open up the floor from below. We didn't see that from Producer Boom, even though he played Buck, I think, on 1 or 2 of the rounds.
Yeah, I think it was primarily for him to see if he can pop up with a couple of
Defenders,
peeking
protect your
holes
bombs
into
from
the
being
hallway
defused by
from
attackers.
the VIP. So it could be that. Could be that.
But now we're gonna see Lycolis with that revolver shotgun, and Hajime's gonna open this hatch here. Is he gonna try and place a barware? Yes, he is. So he's gonna probably either leave it for a roamer, or he's gonna roam here himself. It's probably gonna be Producer who's gonna sit there.
10 seconds to insertion.
Yeah, it will be the Producer because Producer can also use the C4 in
5
case
seconds to
of
insertion.
the entry.
Yeah.
Which, if you do recollect, when they played on
Attackers
coastline,
recovered
that
the
was
bomb
the
diffuser.
case.
Okay.
Attackers' objective is to
Okay.
locate a bomb and defuse it.
Producer's gonna put himself up in kitchen, and he's got one Valkyrie camera for his teammates to watch the entry.
Camera activated.
Here, outside, one here. We
Changing
can see
that.
the hole on the top left just now in the bathroom, and he's gonna put himself inside kitchen and watch kitchen push it, and wait to see if anyone pushes in from the other side. So this is gonna be a thorn in SAT's side if they want to start fucking the floor.
Yeah, there's that plus if they will be trying to push the same spot. Oh boy.
Yo, you gotta drone
A bomb
that
has been
stuff,
located.
man. Healthcare wasn't even a vigil.
That was just a sloppy push by Leo. And you see, again, no refrag. There was nobody with Leo close by to just respond to that frag.
Yeah, and you noticed it. You noted this the last time as well, that these guys looked like they were playing as a bunch of 5 individuals rather than a team.
Yeah, this definitely feels like as if all of them haven't done a whole lot of like playing together, so they're just going for the poke plays. But unfortunately, that won't help them. That won't help them at least against Xavier.
It's not looking good for them, and if they lose this round, they'll be facing 4 match points. And there we go. Error actually trades one back onto Chitsarum. That will beat him down.
Attackers
He
drop the
does manage to
diffuser.
get something back, and Healthcare actually trades onto Blue. I keep saying trades, but these aren't trades, so he's just, you know, taking the kills. And Jerry's gonna eat 2 ticks off that goo mine as well. Mr. Wick, however, he is gonna level the man count. 3v3 now, like Colis goes down.
Yeah, but taking out like Colas at this point, yeah, it will be quite of a substantial one, but it's not that bad because at least you have the Evil Eye positioned that way so that you can collect some info onto what's happening in VIP. So it wouldn't be that much of a problem, but for Hajime at the moment, the Ash will be an issue right now. Wick.
Oh no, the diffuser is dropped right away.
Attackers have recovered
Oh
their
my, what?
drop the bomb diffuser.
What? Jerry? Jerry, come on, Jerry, what is this?
Oh no.
Oh my goodness, he's on 1 HP as producer. Jerry could have breathed on him and he would have died.
Yeah. I like the fact how Valk just. Oh boy. Yep. I like how
15
Valk
seconds
just
left.
toyed with his prey and. Oh, finally. There we go.
That is that. Defender.
Yeah, there's the run out. That is that.
I mean, well, what can I say? 2
Nothing.
obvious instances where even a modicum of droning would have helped SOTS. That Jackal is walking into Healthcare's crossfire, in the line of fire, and then just now, Thermite just completely ignoring Producer. And Producer's like, is this guy gonna turn? Is this guy gonna turn? No, he's leaving? Okay, you're gonna die now.
Yeah, Producer just went on with the punishment for Jerry's just lack of droning. And yeah, match point just like that. And it feels to me that if SOTS are not going to take any kind of extra action or extra caution, that will be the very last round for this map as well. Because for SOTS, once again, yeah, set up the refrag, set up the droning, like drone ahead. Have like even take example from how Unique Monster used to play back in the last year, or even this season. You have one person pushing or rushing as, let's say, Ash, and you have one person droning up ahead.
Yeah.
Set that up. You get the basic info. At the very least, you'll have an advantage of knowing where your enemy. So it would
Attackers
purely
need to
depend
locate and
on
defuse
your
bombs.
gunplay.
Yeah, I mean, I really
From
like,
there,
really
yeah.
like that.
From there, if you lose that gunplay, well then, at least you already know what you need to improve. Because from here, you don't know. Is it the strats that needs to be improved? Is it the aiming that needs to be improved? You would just be looking, oh, we're bad. Like, so you're bad. You like, do you know how to improve? Do you know where to start? No. We just know that we lost against one of the top, well, up and rising top
10
teams.
seconds to
We're
go.
just bad.
Yeah, I mean, that is an extremely salient point.
5
and
seconds remaining.
Thank you so much for bringing it up, because I hadn't thought of it that way. But
Attackers
yes,
recovered the bomb
these guys
diffuser.
are not really
Attackers
going to have
must
any
locate and
idea.
defuse the bomb.
What? Like
Defender has left the
he's going to
designated
throw all
staging
3
area.
Valkyrie
Defender is
cameras
exposed.
in the same place. He's just kidding around. He has to be kidding around.
I
this
mean,
point.
no. At the moment, actually, I'd say that would be rather just him doing the bait. So you have two cams that were on the walls that would be like completely obvious for them to be taken down. Yeah, there we go. Come on.
Finally.
And then you have one on the palm where it would be way harder for them to spot, so that would be completely missed. So you could say that's a waste of the utility, but maybe it's not, because knowing SOTS, they will be going for the hookah lounge push.
Yeah, I mean, this is not very... It's pretty much ranked strats we are seeing from SOTS.
I mean, still, I don't want to discard them yet. Like, SOTS are putting the effort into it, but just not enough for this level of play.
Yeah. But yeah, I just want to go back to that point that you raised, because that's such a fantastic point. These guys, I think he's kidding around. He just goes for the run out, you know, thinks he can take on 3 people right there. But Producer Boom does trade him right back, error goes down.
I mean, taking out Ash at this point is not that much of a problem. I would say that, let's say, taking out Dokubi or Buck would be quite a substantial pick at the moment, but
Bomb located
not
by
yet.
attackers.
Not yet. 4v4, and
Come on, you can't Claymore or watch that doorway. These are basic mistakes that people don't make in ranked, in like gold ranked.
Basic stuff. You know, if you know that that Xavier are gonna be aggressive. You know how they play. You got, pardon me, wrecked last time you played against them. Learn that they will be playing aggressive. Put up claymores. Put up everything to be able to stop them, to prevent them, or to double check that. And just 1v4.
Can't even get that.
You know,
not even that one kill.
Not even remotely close. GG's. Well played. And yeah, Consulate coming up. I will stand on before we on our prediction before for us to be for this to be 6-1, 6-1.
Yeah.
I know you predicted 12-0 once again, but with this system, I am thoroughly sure that at least one round will be taken from Xavier.
Yeah, I mean, this system does allow people to get 1 or 2 rounds, but I think the golfing skill is just so big that we won't see more than at best 2 rounds. At best, in my opinion. I'll be very surprised if we see Xavier SOTS get even 3 rounds based on what we have seen in this first map and what we know from them previously.
Yeah, but maybe they've practiced Coastline. Maybe they didn't practice Coastline as much, but we will find that out in a little bit.
To be honest, they should have been practicing Coastline the moment they saw that they were going up against Xavier. Because,
yeah,
like, guys, these guys smacked you 5-0 with 2 interrogations the last time.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, that happened as well.
The interrogations is what really gets me. Like, you keep on hearing me. You keep on hearing me talk about those interrogations, and I'm gonna talk about them because interrogations at a pro league level, and not just 1, not just 2, not just 3, 4 interrogations. How do you let that happen?
Yeah, I'm not too sure myself. I'm not too sure.
But right, okay. So our second map is gonna be Consulate. Consulate's a very old map as well. Been there in the map pool since season 1.
Yep.
So I don't think we're gonna see anything. I think it's gonna be rather a bit different because we might have more strats from SOTS. Maybe it's they haven't been practicing enough on DLC maps. I guess it's very hard to really put a finger on why SOTS is unable to perform.
Yeah, there are way too many reasons why this happened. I would have to agree with you, and but yeah, I don't know. I would like to say that SOTS will put up a better fight this time, but that really can't.
Alright, anyways, we'll be getting into our second map. As we said, it is Consulate, and we're gonna have SOTS banning first as they are on defense yet again.
Yeah, yet again this time, and I would say that, yeah, I'm gonna go with 6-0. I mean 6-1 actually. No, yeah, 6-1 for this one, and
Yes.
a pick of Cav.
6-1 is probably right.
Actually, I'll laugh really hard if SOTS will ban Cav for this one, and there we go. They already banned Blackbeard.
Yeah, they're like, okay, not again.
Not again. But if Cav is gonna be banned, like that is, you know, that the PTSD kicked in.
Yeah, because Sarum is just way too good. You can't allow him to play on that operator, especially when we go on to the second floor CEO attack, and Xavier's gonna be banning Ying, and yeah, I guess Ying is I'm not very sure if it's counter ban or not, but you know, a lot of teams don't like playing against Ying because it's just so chaotic when, you know, stuff is going down.
Yeah, for Ying, you would need a really good Jaeger placement to be able to deny those charges, and usually by that time the charges are deployed, the Jaeger devices are destroyed. So, nah. Ooh, a bandit.
Bandit. Oh, so that's
Okay.
that means no bandit tricking.
But like bandit tricking, the only place where you need it is
Is
on
in
the garage.
Yeah, correct.
But even then, like 90% of the time, when that happens, there's already somebody pressuring on the exit stairs.
That's true, but I mean, this kind of removes that need. Oh, Jaegerban. Okay, very
Ooh.
interesting.
Okay, my body was so ready for the ban of Cav.
For the ban of Cav or for the ban of Mira, because both have reasons. But yeah, interesting choice from them. But
Yeah.
what I was gonna say? Sorry, I lost my train of thought. Is that, you know, I think what the plan for Xavier is right now is that they want to do something that they will try to win these 5 rounds, or you know, 4 out of the 5 attack rounds right now. Just blitz through them, not actually blitz, like maybe not, but get those rounds out of the way without SOTS having bandit, so that they can bandit trick the garage wall. And then when it comes to them defending garage, for example, they don't have to, because it's they can just try and win CEO and then try and win lobby. And if they have to go to the garage, they probably are confident they can survive without having a bandit.
Attackers
Yeah.
need to locate and
Now with
defuse
the
bombs.
roster choice for the attack for Xavier, I'm pretty sure that they will be going for the very same push like they would have gone with Playday. Instead, this would be the glass for them to go for the digging. And actually, I would say that glass could be much more beneficial, because with his thermal scope, you could set up some nasty pixel
Bomb
peeks
located by attackers.
and through that window, all things considered. Whereas a SCPS, there's not really that much of a change. They got the mirror now, so you know, and mirror didn't get banned by both sides, so
10 seconds left.
both of them will have the mirror connected strats, and I would imagine,
5 seconds to go.
yeah, like the setup that is right now. So one overlooking into the
Attackers
console
are
office,
covered
one
the bomb
overlooking into the admin.
Attackers are heading
this-
out
from
to
there-
defuse a bomb.
Yeah, this
Defender
is a good strat.
approaching
I mean,
the
I
kill
like
zone.
this strat. But you know, Chisaru, look, he's just gonna go from one DMR to the other right here.
Yeah.
But yeah,
So
this strat, as I was saying, the castle barricade. Oh, this producer is just gonna track that Valkyrie camera all the way, take it down very easily. You can't be putting Valkyrie cameras 22 seconds into the round. You have to get them out immediately. If not, this is what's gonna happen.
Yeah. And Leo will be actually the very first person who will be attempting to counter that push. It might be, oh boy. Yeah, healthcare might actually get the better of Leo at the moment, because with Leo's position, if he gets pushed from another direction, wow, oh boy.
Eris with the
Oh, boy.
jump out. He gets punished by Chatsarun all the way, still near spawn.
Yeah, that was
Leo's gonna take a lot of
Never
damage
mind.
right here. And like Colis is gonna pull out the pistol, takes 25 HP worth of damage, but takes Leo down. That is the mirror hold disabled. Admin control, 2-man advantage. 2
Bomb
minutes to
located
left.
by attackers.
Yeah, that Leo's. I mean, in Leo's firefight, that was a potato on both sides. Let's be
Definitely.
honest. Error. That was just bad timing. I don't think he expected that glass would still be overlooking that point.
To be fair to like Colis, he didn't have a visual on what the mirror was. So he was just, you know, firing blindly into the wall.
Yeah.
Who's actually gonna take the shotgun to like Colis' face. Chetsaron's gonna get Mr. Wick, and Producer Boom's gonna take down Jerry, and Chetsaron's gonna finish things off. That's his 3rd kill of the round. Right as the line charge goes off after everyone dies.
Just stand still, and you'll be fine.
There was quite a few shots that Chetsaron took, but he got the kill nonetheless.
Now, well played. Well played. I mean, that definitely seems that Chetsaron did not get hindered by that ban of Blackbeard, and he seems to feel even more comfortable with his peaks on glass. So that's a good sign for Xavier, but a really bad sign for SOTS, because I'm pretty sure they were. I would imagine they would be hoping that would shut down just a little bit Chetsaron and force him to play a little bit more carefully. But no, it seems that it actually gave him even more movement, more.
Though I'm very surprised to see Producer Boom swap off the Valkyrie here. But I think he's considering it because he sees that SOTS has not brought a Valkyrie, and as you all know, Valkyrie on this map, being such a squarish map, she's very, very effective because she can cover pretty much the entirety of the exterior. Producer Boom, are you gonna switch? He does at the very last second, calls SOTS's bluff, and SOTS isn't gonna be bringing a Valkyrie.
Attackers need to locate and defuse bombs.
And I'm kind of questioning the choice of Finka for this one. This is actually going to be one of the first few times when we're actually going to be seeing Finka for us. At least to me. Did we?
Oh no, we saw it in Latham.
Oh yeah, Latham, yeah. I mean, within the APAC band.
Right, yeah, APAC has it, because I was like wondering, I just saw Finka somewhere, but it wasn't in the NVL game, so... Right, it must have been in Latin.
Yeah.
10 seconds left.
But nonetheless, the Finka LMG actually a very deadly combo, considering
definitely.
5
after
seconds
her
to go.
Buffy getting nearly the instant ADS with that thing and 100 rounds with over laser beam.
Attackers
That's
must locate
that thing
and
is
defuse a bomb.
And you're a pro, right? So you're gonna have like pretty easy time controlling that recoil. Oh, he's going for the spawn peek and he gets it!
My God.
Error. Healthcare goes down. There is this Sophia down, and that's a good spawn peek. And Chetsaron actually takes a lot of damage himself as well. Error is the dog. He does go down 75. Oh, he actually got downed.
Nah, he got downed and revived. He needs to bail out of there.
Oh no, he tries to hold it, and Hajime. That was okay. So that was a good spawn peek, but he followed that up with a moment of brain fartedness, I guess.
But the moment of silence of him dying.
Yeah,
from that
because
fight, because that greed got him dead. If he went for straight away, he got the peak and just bail out of there. Go upstairs, run straight up, because Ash did not have the line of sight back at that point, and she was all the way backed up, same as Glass. So you get the peak, you bail out of there, hit and run. That's all that SOTS needed to do. That's all that Error needed to do. But maybe there was a bigger plan behind this.
I mean, spawn peaks are generally so risky that if it works out, or even if it doesn't work out, if you're alive, you get yourself out of there immediately. And Hajime is going to get a second kill on the execution this time. And he's going to recover it under the cover of the E1D. Lycolis is an admin backing him up as well.
And here comes the Finka buff as well, so should be a
Bomb
piece of
located
cake,
by attackers.
honestly, for Xavier to be able to get some peaks going, because the recoil will be non-existent at that point. But I feel that Xavier are now taking a bit too careful. They're waiting for the openings. They're waiting for the moment of truth. There we go. There's that moment of truth. Aljamir will be picking up the first kill onto Leo. Never mind. That's all. That's the 3-man shutdown. Each one of them gets a kill, and that is it.
Well, I mean, you know, someone in chat, Pande, he said this match is like bullying, and well, I'm not exactly gonna say yes, but I'm not exactly gonna say no.
Can't confirm nor deny.
Yeah, because wow, look at that. Healthcare is just sitting there on 0-1-1. He's only died once in the 2 rounds, and Chatsaron has already got 4 kills, 3k in the first round. And look at that.
Yeah.
But
meanwhile, SOTS is not having a good time. Only 2 kills from 2 rounds. That, you know, that something is not good for them.
Alibi picked again from Jerry. So the last time he picked Alibi, he swapped off Alibi and used it as a 6th pick. And Producer Boom is immediately this time going to go for the IQ to Thinker swap. He's confident enough.
Can it be? Can be that? Oh, yep.
Castle
Yeah, the bait
swap.
actually worked. Bait worked. Well, the counter bait.
Yeah.
Sorry, no, yeah, counter.
So, Producer Boom once again successfully calls SOTS's bluff that they're not running a Valkyrie, and I think this
Attackers
is,
need to locate
this is
and defuse
not
bombs.
SOTS doing anything in particular, but from what I know of SOTS is that these guys have just got discouraged after Producer Boom got the IQ and took down all 3 of the cameras in the first round. So they're like, oh well, we're gonna take down the cameras anyway, so they're not gonna bother with cameras. But that's the wrong thing, because you need to try it.
Attackers have located a
the
bomb.
6th pick to perfection. He's baiting them with the IQ, so when these guys see the IQ, they're like, alright, we're not gonna bother bringing a Valkyrie. And then this guy's like, haha, I'm actually not bringing a Valkyrie, and he gets a boost.
5
And
seconds to insertion.
Yeah, there we go. Error is actually going in for yet another
Recovered
smoky,
the
but I
bomb
think
diffuser.
that they will be actually
Attackers are
expecting
heading out
this
to
time.
defuse a bomb.
Chatsaron actually going in. Yep, 3. Oh wow! Oh my lord! Yep.
Ouch.
Yep, they were prepared for this one. They were prepared. Error's head just flies clean off after Glasses puts down the lead from his rifle. And I mean, that's not exactly the brightest way to lose a dog. Because you could use a dog as an anchor and have him backing up the teammates, but I mean, at this point, the SOTS are just running pub strats, to be honest.
Yeah, I mean, and it's not entirely pub strat. I mean, look, I'm not disagreeing with running pub strats, but Doc, as a spawn peeker, is not only a pub strat. It just happens to not be a pub strat in this case, in my opinion. Because, you know, using him for spawn peeks is a fairly good idea, because if the enemy doesn't get a headshot back onto you, you can just back off and heal yourself back up, and then continue on playing as normal. Oh, that was a good flick from Jerry. He doesn't expect the second one, but Zofia gives a position away, and Hijime, he gets the kill onto Jerry. Finka boost, look at that pistol.
Yeah, that pistol is a nutty.
Producer Boom gets the knife kill, and then he's gonna use the LMG, take down one, can't hit the second, just holding down mouse 1.
He just went in. he did not give a single thing for that. That was just.
He did not care. I
Hold
was
on.
like, mouse 1, alright, I'm not even gonna bother try and hit the headshot here. I have a Finka boost.
That LMG hits hard enough for you to just go for the center mass. Anyways, and with Finka boost, yeah.
Yeah,
Yes.
Finka boost, I have an LMG. I'm gonna press mouse 1 and hope for the best.
I mean, that worked quite well. Him getting a knife and a kill.
How did he get the knife, man? I wish I'd seen that, because...
He did the rush B. He plays as a Russian. He rush B.
Yeah, Finka is Russian, so she's always rushing around.
Somebody called the
That's a triple entendre
joke
right there.
patrol. That was
3 keys. I'm getting good at this, am I? I'm learning. I'm
boy.
learning from the meme, the pun god in Tero.
oh boy.
Well, Producer Boom, he's gonna bait it out once again. IQ to Finka, and these guys are trying console again and again, and again, and again. This is the 4th time they've tried console. If they aren't
Defenders,
successful,
protect your bombs from being defused by attackers.
If they aren't successful in 3 rounds, try another bomb site. Please try lobby, try garage, even without bandits, try garage.
Yeah. Nonetheless, maybe this time the pick of the Vigil will be the right decision, and Error finally switches off Doc, realizing that probably spawn peaks are not working.
I mean, it worked out once, right? But you're playing a team like Xavier. These guys are gonna expect it the second time around. They're gonna pre-fire that stuff. So, okay, you are not recommended to try, but okay, if you're gonna try it, fine. But
attackers recover the diffuser. Attackers must locate and
really
defuse
don't
the
think
bomb.
that's a smart idea.
That's certainly not, but Error's gonna be presetting some sus stuff.
So like
What's up?
He's gonna drone, make sure Visa is clear this time. I wonder if he's gonna be able to spot out Jerry lying down inside the pillars. Oh, he's gonna do this 2-hit crawl in, and he might be actually coming into Mr. Wick's crossfire, or Mr. Wick is gonna come into his crossfire. Oh, there we go. Lycolis takes him down, body shots, and now Jerry's gonna try and look for a refrag. Right now, I don't think Lycolis is gonna expect him. Oh, Jerry turns around at the last second. If he had actually peeked, he would have gotten the kill on Lycolis, but Lycolis gets the kill.
At this point, I feel that SOTS just needs to be hunkering down. There shouldn't be any roam at all. Just like that of 2v5 after a very simple mistake.
Okay. Lycolis, 3k now.
And see how Xavier nailed down the refrag. The moment they lose one, they go for the refrag. There we go. There's a 4k, nearly an ace. But yeah, man, that did not look. That does not look nice at the moment for SOTS.
6-0 maybe?
Could be.
I mean,
could be.
They look even worse here, because on Coastline at least they were, it seemed like they were trying and having some decent ideas. But Console looks even worse.
Yeah. And the fact that they keep on picking Console Office and Meeting Room only
doing it again.
5 rounds in a row, that is not a good idea. And Producer's just not given a single thing. He just goes fuse.
Okay, that has to be a 6th. Come on. That is 100%. That is 6th pick.
Nah. He's gonna bring the LMG and he's gonna go for it.
It's 6th pick. This has to be a 6th pick.
Nope.
20 seconds to go.
You still thinking that they're playing seriously? At this point, Xavier are just memeing.
That is true, but oh my god, he's actually gonna go for it.
They're actually gonna go for it.
Fuse! Yep. Fuse on the 2nd floor.
Defenders,
okay.
protect
Look,
your
if you were
bombs
going
from
on the
being
garage
defused by
attack, Fuse would kind of make sense strategically, but this is 100% a meme pick, because there's no good place to fuse.
Actually, I would disagree. I would disagree highly, because you can use fuse to get rid of Jaegers, which they actually don't have.
I mean,
so
that's
you
true,
clear out
sound.
all the utility.
Okay,
yeah,
this is SOTS. Maybe. I know this is SOTS, but I wouldn't expect these guys to even take the risk, because the sound of that ka-chunk of that Matryoshka being placed is so loud, because you just turn around and fire. You either take on Matryoshka only, or you take on the Matryoshka and the
attackers have recovered their diffuser. Attackers' objective is to locate a bomb and
it could happen, but at the same time, if you place it right while, let's say, applying pressure, so you say one is peeking the window at the balcony, putting some fire there, and then you press the fuse, then you can clear out the whole room. Place it on the window into the meeting room. You can clear out most of it pretty much with those hockey pucks. So I still see the viability. Healthcare will be now assisting with that final tracking of Valkyrie. And but yeah, no, I would say definitely that fuse is not the primary operator that will be picked, or that should be picked for consulate, but he's viable.
Oh!
That is a nice pixel peek though, but Leo manages to actually evade this. Will be picking Hajime now once again, in hopes of catching some frags.
He's playing with fire here because if someone repels into admin right now and pushes right in, after disabling Leo of course, then that is it, and Leo's gonna get smoked off. Oh, Chatsaru,
Leo's
the
just getting
frost trap!
bullied.
The frost trap works! Blue actually takes down like Colas right here, but Hajime takes down Leo inside. And he's gonna get an easy revive on that. No! Jerry's gonna take down Hajime. Producer does take down Mr. Wicks. The 2v3 scenario. Chatsaru has been revived.
Yeah, a 3v2 situation. Producer already used up one of his cluster grenades, and he's just gonna roll in. Healthcare picks up the kill onto Jerry, and now the last man alive is Blue on mute. He will try to get some engagement going, but Producer will be shutting him down, and just like that, we are on the match point. 5-0 already. And actually, Producer rocking the AK-12. Props to him.
Oh.
Actually,
Chatsaru, are they going
Chatsaru
to
just-
for a rehost?
Chatsaru's gonna just do the rage quit after being jebaited into the frost trap. And this might be actually the rehost.
Well, they are not calling for a rehost. Not yet. So
I don't think Xavier would even bother. Like, yeah, 4v5, yeah, we can do it.
yeah, I mean, I think they might just go for it because they're like, whatevs.
Oh yeah, they're actually gonna go for it. Okay, yeah.
They're not calling for the rehost.
I very jokingly said that they might actually go for it, but yeah,
Oh
yeah, they're rolling with it.
I mean, look, there's like teabag BMing, and then there's real BMing. This, my friends. Oh, Producer, he's gonna go for the cash.
Oh, yep, there we go. Hey, can't play.
Talk. Okay, so this is the ultimate level of BM. These guys lose a man to internet connection, and they're like, we're not gonna bother calling for a rehost, and we're gonna switch to a Caveira. We're gonna switch out of Smoke for a Caveira. Smoke.
This feels like a full 4-man roam. Like it's just gonna. This round is gonna be turned into the arena shooter instead of Rainbow Six.
Come on, let's go. Call of Duty.
Straight up Call of Duty in here.
These guys are acting. What? Not calling for the rehost? I am genuinely stunned.
Camera feed up and running.
I feel that you just forgotten how much of a skill gap there is, and how Xavier ended up doing it the last time.
I mean, I know.
Honestly, I'm not surprised at this point.
I know, but this is the Pro League friend
10
though,
seconds to
and
insertion.
I wouldn't put like from what I feel. Like if I was a player, I wouldn't leave anything to chance. But these guys,
Attackers recovered
They
the
were
bomb
They're rolling
diffuser.
with it.
Attackers must
They're rolling
locate
with
and defuse a bomb.
They're just gonna go with it. Jerry's gonna go for the cheeky peeks. He does know they seem to have learned this time that there might be runouts. Healthcare might actually go for it.
well, healthcare. You know, I think.
Look at this camera placement. That is pretty good.
Yeah.
I don't think that SOTS will spot that.
I think he's gonna get very good utility out from that camera. He just needs to time his jump out right. Right now, there's a lot of people outside at the front door, and he gets one, but immediately traded back. So that's not a very good timing. I was just gonna say that when you have a lot of people down there, and even if you have two, especially if you have three, you should not be trying the jump out. So admin office control is gonna be given up rather easily by SOTS. I think they're gonna try have Hajime hold it, and he's gonna get triple flashed, but you know the Elamine is gonna slow Jerry down, and Hajime is gonna try and do the kill. They're gonna try to provide cover. Oh, but he gets the kill, and he takes
Defender has been
Oh, boy.
eliminated.
Colas actually puts the man count in favor for his team with that run out using that camera.
I can't believe my eyes. 3v2 with a 1-man down.
Oh, Leo's actually taken. Oh, that goon line was on the windowsill, so he caught it on the rappel, and he had to go down and take it out. Goodness gracious me!
Producer's looking for a snack. Producer's looking
I think
for
he
the stack.
I think he wants to open that visa and go for the run out.
Yeah,
has
I
an
think he
impact
might
in hand.
actually do that too. He might actually do that.
No, I think it's too late. Jackal is gonna try and move it. No, Jackal
No,
is gonna
no.
try to repel in from the other
Oh,
side.
yep.
Producer, go for it. Come on, you know you want it. And
We
diffusing
are-
admin, by the way. Oh, in comes the Jackal and he's hurt. And the barrel is seen and Lycolis cleans him up. 3v1, 3v0. And then GG in the 4v5 with the cab
No.
picked.
Yep. A 6-0, 12-1 win by Xavier. That is ouch. Yeah, that is oof. Can we get some Fs in the chat as well? That was not a pretty sight for SOTS, but I mean, at least it was an improvement. It's not a 12-0, it's a 12-1, but on a bigger scale, yeah, that was not nice. That was not fun at all.
That was, as they call it, and oof.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's even bigger than an oof, but
A big
nonetheless,
oof.
yeah, that's a big oof. Nonetheless, the first matchup of today is done. The Xavier Esports will be winning and securing points for both of the matchups. I mean, both of the maps. And next upcoming is Clickbait Tactics versus Impetus Gaming.
Yeah, we're gonna have Impetus Gaming from Malaysia versus
yes.
Clickbait Tactics from Singapore. So, if there's any Singaporeans in chat, I see you, Ravek, I see you, rest of Team Envy. So, Team Envy is from Singapore as well, and Clickbait Tactics is the second team from Singapore. But there's only one team from their northern neighbors, Malaysia. So, this is a bit of a national rivalry they have going on as well.
Yeah. Now, at the moment, by looking at the previous season's qualifier cups, Clickbait actually had some really good run going. Most of their wins were quite successful. They won against Team Daddy. They won against Xavier even. And they won against Airwolf, which were back then, I believe, Script.
Mm-hmm.
And but they also managed to lose at that point as well to Aerowolf. So it's like a 1-1 rivalry, and they lost to Envy. So they seem to be that like third place level team.
Yeah.
If you exclude Xavier at this very moment. And
Perhaps Team Daddy is pretty decent as well.
yeah. Whereas for Impetus, they had a bit of a bumpy road. Like they managed to win against some teams, they managed to lose against some teams. So it's a bit of an even one and a bit of a 50-50 coin flip. But I'm pretty sure they would have something in their sleeve prepared for us. But prediction-wise, I'd say at least one map is going to be won by Clickbait. And in a very confident manner.
I think we could see a draw, to be fair. Impetus, they looked better last season. I think they were a round away from defeating Unique Monster. And on Coastline, if I recall correctly, their Ash main, I believe, SMZ, he got 19 kills on a single map.
Well, SMZ is still on their roster, so I would imagine we would be seeing some spicy plays from him as well today. How are our map picks looking?
Right, just trying to get the map picks, and we have them up now. We'll be going on to Consulate again first, and then Border.
Ooh. Well, Border, I'm honestly not surprised. I nearly said Oregon Border. Since Oregon is one of the big and more preferred maps on Southeast Asia, from what I remember. But yeah, I mean, Consulate Border, that's not too bad. I'd say Border will be rather more preferable for Impetus.
Yeah, Impetus have showed some pretty decent stuff on Border.
Yeah, Consulate, I'd say that's going to be the pick for Clickbait.
Yeah,
So nonetheless, yeah. Let's go over the rosters for those teams as well. So for Impetus, we gonna have Thy Asian Friend. Then we have Arctic Moose, Debated, Pixels, Civil, and SMZ currently in their roster. And for Clickbait, we have for team captains, we have either Boba Vader or Zesux. And for the players within the roster, we have Apollo, Live Action, Speakeasy, and Spirited. Now, if you remember quite well, Speakeasy has been able to pull off some very good feats. So I would expect to see him to play quite well in this one. From Impedance Gaming, I would say SMZ would be the person to look out for. And
I mean, this is going to be a very interesting match. I think SMZ vs Speakeasy is going to be the battle of the fraggers, but it was going to be interesting to see if they ban Ash, perhaps.
Yeah.
Because
Ash picks is probably going to be both for SMZ and Speakeasy. Knowing their playstyles, they both were seem to be quite aggressive on their plays. But maybe there's going to be a change. Maybe there was some extra training involved.
Yeah, we'll have to see, because I mean, I thought Clickbait Tactics did pretty damn decently last season, and same goes for Impetus Gaming, because they were honestly at one point last season thinking that they could have gone to the APAC land. They were looking that good.
Yeah.
So this is going to be very interesting to see. Lots of rivalries. Both these teams pretty much on the same level. Both these teams coming from countries that neighbor each other. Both these teams having some history as well in terms of spicy fragging. SMZ versus Speakeasy. I'm not sure if Speakeasy has changed his name, however. His Uplay name. But we'll find out soon enough.
We'll find that out. Yep. We'll definitely find it out.
While we wait for the second match to start up, we're going to leave you guys with a music break. And once we are ready with the second map starting off on Consulate, we'll be right back with you.
Catch you in a bit.
I see the light inside you, brighter than the skies. Hold on, just let us escape and fly away tonight. We have the world in our sight, and I know together we'll be alright. And you see, forever we will go.
Hello and welcome back, everyone. So sorry for that delay, for the restarting countdown. One of the players were having some issues, and he is back. He is finally here. So as we are saying, this matchup, second matchup of the night between Singaporeans and one Taiwanese from Clickbait Tactics and the Malaysians from Impetus Gaming.
Yeah, and there was a bit of a bumpy road for them right now, looking out to get a sub. But
Apparently, nope.
nope.
Yeah, there was there seemed to be further issues. We were just about to get into the game, but one of the players seemed to have run into an issue like right before we started. So let's talk for a bit. Hopefully he can rejoin in time.
Yeah, hopefully he will be able to get back in. And but yeah, Consulate for Impetus, I feel, is going to be a very hard map, to be honest, against clickbait tactics. But I'm sorry, I'm peeking onto the Twitch chat, and people are not exactly excited about the new timers all the time, but terribly sorry, guys. There's nothing that is in our reach. That we've done as much as possible it is. We are unfortunately waiting for the players to sort their hardware stuff out. Apparently, there was testing involved, and just the hardware decided to give in at the very last moment. But nonetheless, yeah, Consulate will be a bit of a problem for Impedus, I feel. But Border will be definitely their strongest suit in that regard. They do know how to play. They nearly won, as you mentioned before, against the Unique Monster, who used to be a very competitive team. I believe they did make also to the APAC LAN.
Yeah, back in season 6.
Back in season 6, yeah. And honestly, I do see them as good contestants for that, but they will have a hard time against KBT.
Yeah, KBT, I believe they've improved themselves, and Zezos, he's gonna be a force to be reckoned with, I believe. And Boba Vader, we all know he's a pretty decent player himself, but a pretty decent IGL as well, and he plays a fair bit of shield, similar to the other Singaporean IGL we have in the game, Lunar Metal.
Oh yeah, shout out to Lunar Metal for the sick Blitz plays. But
Blitz,
yeah.
Monty, you name it, he'll play it.
Even Recruit Shield.
Oh yeah, definitely Recruit Shield. Back to year 1, season 1. Shout out to Young.
Oh yeah.
But yeah,
nonetheless,
this is gonna be really good fragging. I expect some good fragging from Speakeasy and SMZ. These two guys are really strong players, and it looks like we're gonna get into the game finally. All the issues seem to have been resolved.
Hopefully.
Yep.
Don't curse it just yet.
I'm not gonna say anything just yet. Not gonna count my chickens before they are hatched. But yes, we are getting into the game right away. Map number 1, Consulate.
Consulate indeed. And Clickback going on attack for the first map. And I'm quite curious about the operator bans. What's going to happen? Because we did already see the Mirror Bandit ban. We've seen the Bandit Jaeger ban for defense. Blackbeard is going to be banned by Impedus. That is actually a good decision, because that eliminates that tanky pick on the second floor at the console office. So that is a good one. Clickbait though, they went straight away. They already knew what they wanted to pick.
Ying.
What is up with the Ying bans?
I mean, I'm blind. I'm full blind. What's happening? I'm dead. I guess that kind of plays
Learn to pick Jaeger. Nonetheless, defense bans. Ooh, a Valkyrie.
That's smart.
Okay.
This is a smart ban, especially if these guys were watching the previous game, where I talked about how powerful Valkyrie can be on this map. You know, it's a squarish map, and you can throw out 3 cameras and or even 2 cameras and get a complete view of the outside. Completely, you can cover every single angle. So that's how powerful Valkyrie is here, and Legion's gonna be banned. So that's interesting.
I'm not too sure about the Legion ban.
We've seen a few Legion bans, I think.
Yeah, but in the context of this matchup, I'm not too sure if Legion was exactly the right choice, rather than, let's say, delete system 34. Sorry. Ban something like, I don't know, a Jaeger to be able, but I'd imagine Jaeger would be banning Jaeger would be a shot in the foot for Impedus, since they are on the primary defense and console.
Look at this pick. If he doesn't use this as a 6th pick, Speakeasy on the Montaigne. This is not something I've ever seen or I would have ever expected, because usually Boba Vader is the one. Okay, so I was right. Yeah, the Montaigne is a 6th pick, because Speakeasy, as we were talking about, this guy is a out and out fragger, and putting him on a shield was like thunk. But
yeah, that would have been a good thonk. Yeah, but Glass pick, you know he'll be going in for the console office pick. Pogger, just staying on Jaeger. Nothing new.
He's gonna stick with
Defenders,
the Bandit,
protect your bombs
so
from being
isn't
defused
gonna
by
stick with the
attackers.
Bandit. I mean, Pogger, he's gonna switch over to the Jaeger. And
Pogger initially picked Jaeger, then switched to Bandit, then switched back to Jaeger.
So I thought he's gonna stick with the second pick of the Bandit, but apparently not. So it's a bit of a confusing choice to go with the Bandit because they are going on the second floor console of its defense.
Razor wire ready.
So I guess I wouldn't really have expected to see a Bandit in the first place.
I like this mute jammer setup actually.
Definitely.
Reloaded.
You're not
seconds
really
to go.
gonna expect that placement for that mid jammer. Therefore, you won't be able to
Recover the
wall
bomb
bang it.
diffuser.
So when the
Attackers
drones get
objective
thrown in, they
is
might be able
bomb
to
and
move
defuse
a
it.
bit, but they'll like almost immediately get muted. So this is smart placement.
I like how KBT is just extra cautious. They know that there's a vigil. They know that he will probably most definitely end up roaming. And so, what could happen first? A stomping.
So
What is confusing to me is that it's a wild Dokubi that is peeking the window instead of a glass.
that's true.
A bomb has been located.
Oh, and he actually gets his throw of the drone in far enough.
Yeah.
Okay, so one drone did not make it. It got muted, and the second drone did make it. And he puts it on top of the bomb, which nope. I think that's muted. I think that drone's muted.
Yeah, that will be muted.
So look at that. That mute placement already paying dividends. But Pogger here, he has taken quite a bit of damage. 50 HP almost down. Playing this fairly defendable yellow stairs position. He's got a lot of barbed wire to warn him if anyone's coming his way, and he's got an ADS as well in case someone tries to frag him out. But looks like KBT aren't interested in pushing yellow stairs.
Feels rather that Poggers will have a really nice shot on the push when the dropping in through the window is gonna happen.
3 members on this west side rappel, and one gets in. Speakeasy actually gets the kill off the Sivley. And the plant's going down the road where he's going to get a lot of smoke, but he is getting the plant down nonetheless. Zezos takes out activating. Pogger tries to disable the defuse plant, but he's not able to. And the 3 kills, SMG, Pogger, and Thai Asian Friend all get a flurry of kills, but it's the diffuser is still in a very good position, and Speakeasy, he's not going to have to watch the yellow stairs run out, and the run out to the main door, which SMG tries to get punished for in terms of health point, and Pogger actually gets Speakeasy, and he's going to go for the defuse right away. Corins has to jump in, and he actually gets the kill, and Thai Asian Friend stops the defuse from happening.
Oh my lord, can he actually clutch it?
And he does!
Oh my god!
He gets the 3k after coming in.
Oh my
Lord!
lord!
Just let that happen. No!
Oh my god, Corin,
no.
the madman himself will be clutching with a 3k at the end.
Oh, that
Holy
Jaeger
moly.
Pogger will be furious with his team that they allowed this guy to just waltz in and take him down. He'll be raging at the guy who was playing near the long table hallway. He'll be like, "What on earth were you doing?"
Yeah, I'm not sure what happened. How was that allowed? Because Pogger, he heard that the Dokubi was repelling in.
Yeah, I mean, he thought,
Get off the thing, and kill the Dokubi, then go
yeah,
for
that's
the
a fair point. I mean,
Yeah.
it is kind of his mistake too, yes, because it was a 1v3 scenario, and there was at least at the minimum 2-way crossfire setup because Corin could not go for the diffuse disabler right away. So that means if Pogger had actually fallen off the diffuse disable and just turned around and shot him, he could have actually won the round. There's more than enough time. But you know,
Yeah.
it's not just
Attackers need
his
to
mistake
locate and
alone.
defuse as
I
many
would-
bombs as
and in
they
that
can.
scenario, actually, I wouldn't expect to need to fall.
Yeah, but oh well. I still can't believe that happened. Pogger will be deciding to play now with using the alibi. Other than that, there's not much of a change in the rosters. Whereas, actually, same thing is happening for clickbait tactics, except for
10 seconds left before
a change
insertion.
on Twitch, I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong, but Twitch is a new.
Yeah, Twitch wasn't
for this
played.
one.
Yeah, she wasn't played,
Attackers
but
will cover
it's a
the
good
diffuser.
operator to have in
Attackers
my
must
opinion.
locate and defuse.
Oh yeah.
I mean, we saw earlier today, I mean, a morning for us and night for the Brazilians, M King on that Twitch against FaZe. He pulled off a 2v5 scenario.
Yeah.
So,
And her weaponry is amazing. Her utility is still very viable and can counter both of the newer operators. So no, she's still in the league, and I feel that.
yeah, 2-speed, fairly tanky, good gun, good utility. Honestly, in terms of well-roundedness, she's probably one of the best.
Yeah, I can say so.
Corin's on the room hunt. He might be able to get this smoke. Smoke is concussed right now. Is he gonna hear? No, Zezos is gonna be the one taking him down from the window, because he did hear the rappel, it seemed, and his phone was ringing as well. That's a late reinforcement going up from Zayed.
Bomb located by
He's gonna get
attacker.
away with it.
Yeah, he will manage to surprisingly get away from that, but Spirited will be ready on the case, securing the kill onto Arctic Moose. And now that is Smoke and Jaeger out of the equation, 3v5 situation. And yeah, Corin just seeming to just looking
that's
for
too
a
easy.
lunch. That's another one.
That's too easy. That's way too easy. And also, it's just too late to come and hold this angle. And the Fran's already going down. They have the bomb side easily. And that's a flawless round from the attackers. Corin gets one speakeasy, finishes things off.
Yeah. Judging by how at the moment clickbait tactics. Sorry, I can't seem to just keep it on a quick pronunciation, but KBT are able to just roll in with the punches, and it feels that Impetus would just. It's definitely not their strongest map. You can see that from the way they're approaching the defense, the way they going for it. Like that late reinforcement should not have happened. The way how Smoke ended up getting baited out and playing solo, that was not the right idea. And hopefully we'll be seeing Impetus picking the pace back up. But to be honest,
Well, let's see. It's still early days.
Yeah.
2 rounds
Yeah.
then only. If it was like 2 rounds with the old format, then yes, I may be a little bit more apprehensive of the comeback happening. But you know, we have seen crazier stuff just today. You know, Ninjas in Pajamas being defeated by Team 1. I know Bootcamp Gaming defeating FaZe Clan, and you know, these two teams, NIP and FaZe, these are giants in the Rainbow Six scene as well as giant orgs. Great players, lots of LAN experience. So if it can happen to them, it can definitely happen here.
definitely, I would have to agree with you
Attackers
on
need
this
to
one.
locate and defuse bombs.
I like your response in the Twitch chat as well.
Well, don't.
Reinforcements in
I know
place!
my Southeast Asia boys. That's all I'm gonna say.
Hey.
So Civil is on the castle this time, and there's a different change that they might be trying out. He's gonna do the standard 3 castle. We saw this attempt from SOTS in the previous match as well. You can see the connector has been castled off, and you castle off the spiral staircase. And now we're gonna see a setup. Now the mirror isn't being picked here,
5 seconds to go.
so
Yeah.
and she's not back. So
Attackers
that's
cover the
an
diffuser.
interesting
Attackers must
decision
locate
from
and
these
defuse
guys.
the bomb.
Maybe there's a bigger plan behind it. Maybe,
Yeah,
maybe
because
there's way
with the
more
castle,
roaming.
with the castle plus mirror combo, this hold becomes pretty easy.
Yeah, I would have to agree with you on that. Yeah, it does certainly becomes way easier to control, and you can open up your own kind of angles. You're not restricted by just the soft walls or
Yeah.
A bomb
reinforced
has been
walls. You can
located.
also have that castle that would serve as the soft wall for a short amount of time until the explosives start hitting it. But yeah, definitely castle is a good choice for this one. But I feel that the decision not to bring Mira probably might bite them in the backside, but maybe not. Maybe there's a bigger choice of, let's say, bringing a Mute to it or bringing an Ella on SMG.
Well, the Mute Castle combo is a strong combo as well. You can stop a fuse, but you cannot stop this. Oh, how does he make that rotation without getting shot down by Zezos? That's a very tight angle. Unfortunately, Zezos' reaction time just not lightning quick enough to take the Mute down, and that's 2 smokes. Oh no, he's actually jumped in, has Boba Vader. He's gonna take a bit of damage. The Thai Asian friend does take down Zezos. I think that was at the jump out. Boba Vader takes even more damage, down 25 HP once again, but he gets glance off, and Civil is gonna be pushed up aggressively. He's gonna get to Boba Vader. Boba Vader actually did take down Thai Asian friend. The jump out doesn't work out for him. Speakeasy takes him down. Speakeasy takes down Polka as well as 3v2 post plant scenario once again, and I can't speak fast enough.
I'll be more than happy to help you with that, but they have a 2v3 now situation. SMZ goes in for the roll-in, tries to pull a Mobby Big Dick.
4K.
Speakeasy. Yeah, Speakeasy with a 4K will be securing that one, finishing off the last player with the PMM, with nearly a golden PMM, which is props to you, my mans. And round 4, yeah. KBT rolling with a 3-round streak, and so far it just works quite well for them. And it seems that Impeders are slowly kind of either giving up on defense, saying maybe we can pull off something on offense, because those runouts should not have happened. If you do want to do a runout, run to the downstairs of the exit stairs and peek from there.
Yeah,
you're gonna have, better yet, you're gonna have a element of surprise.
Correct.
And you can catch a double kill, because none of them were actually aiming for or holding the angle onto the exit stairs.
Yeah, that's 2 good points you make. One is that yes, they could have gone exit stairs, or they could have even gone for a jump out from piano. That is actually an even more unexpected run out. But to the point of these guys being on the rappel, they put like 3 members at any given moment in both the rounds. You know, they put 3 members at least on the rappel. And that's a very dangerous proposition.
Better yet, what they could have done, if they didn't want to do that risky run out on the window, have one do that, but time it with the person who is speaking from below.
Attackers need to locate and
the
defuse
exit
as
stairs.
many
So
bombs as they
you
can.
get the bait out, and you definitely secure the kill, because neither of them will be able to flick that fast to the run out on the exit stairs. Just do that and get the element of surprise. Wapang, you get the round.
Correct. Or even do a simultaneous jump out. One from piano, one from exit stairs. They can't aim at 2 places at once. I mean, they can, but they won't expect it.
But oh well.
Alibi. Is this the second
10
alibi?
seconds left.
Setting up a diversion.
Yes. Actually, SMZ picked Alibi before.
Yeah,
5 seconds left.
wasn't it a...
But that is the second.
Oh no, this is...
Attackers recover the diffuser. Attackers are
Getting
moving
a
out
bit
to
confused
locate a
with
bomb and
myself here,
defuse it.
but interesting positioning of the alibi there, kind of hiding behind cover and kind of peeking out, but I don't think anyone is really gonna fall for that positioning. But it's so hard to guess, isn't it?
Yeah. I'm interested with Poggers picking Doctor for this one, because yeah, we saw it on the last matchup. What happens when you pick a dog? And
Yeah.
the answer is you're getting absolutely wrecked.
I mean, if you play that kind of style, the error. Oh, good kill. You were saying.
Yeah, never mind. I'll take my words back. Poggers just goes in and nearly catches. Yeah, he gets
Givley
the
steals 1 kill. SMZ shoots down Spirited, and this has gone pear-shaped very fast. 4K.
That works very well, and I believe this time Impeders Gaming finally realizing that maybe console office is not the brightest idea to keep going for 3 rounds in a row. SMZ though, it's like, oh, the ballsy play by that Asian friend. Never mind
Speakeasy.
that.
He's still here.
Yep.
He's still alive.
Speakeasy's still there. He's still out here. He's still fragging. He's ready to go. The Echo Drone will just stay there, just to be able to hold off the glass for a little bit longer. And to be honest, trading off a Jaeger for this one is not that much of a problem, because you managed to secure 3 kills, and you're delaying the glass even further, and you're forcing Boba Vader to come around and assist to waste some more time by Pogger on Doc, who still has two more steam shots.
SMG would be wanting one of those stim shots right about now, but he's not anywhere near Boba Vader, near Pogger right now. And to be absolutely honest, right now, I would just think these guys should rotate back to site. You have a 2-man advantage. You can stack up 2 versus 1 on each possible entry. You can stack up 2 versus 1 on each possible attacker, and still come out on top.
Yeah. And definitely, but with 40 seconds left to go, there's not really much time for the execution for Impeders. No, wait, for KBT part. And this seems like a drop down into the kitchen, which probably would have a whole lot of crossfires. Speakeasy picks up the kill onto Pogger, making it a 2v3. 20 seconds. And
Bomb located by attackers.
Left to go for KBT, and it does seem that Impeders will be picking up their first win in this match.
Oh, he just jumps in. Oh no, he gets smoked, but Speakeasy picks up one more.
Speakeasy.
Oh, he does down the diffuser carrier. No, not the diffuser carrier. Speakeasy gets down. Oh, but Arctic Moose picks up the kill through the smoke. SMZ was down as well. I think SMZ got down by Arctic Moose. That's why I was. That was unfortunate.
Disabled the bomb diffuser.
Glass is wiggling around. No, don't touch my precious.
Unfortunate, and that almost worked out. a bit of the reasoning, I would have to lay a bit of the blame on Pogger, as we said. You know, we're talking about him not rotating all the way down. So when he did eventually start making the rotate, he was just easily caught out by the glass. And he chose to rotate, I believe, from spiral or yellow stairs as well, rather than just going from Visa stairs right down to the basement.
Yeah. Yeah, Pogger's... I mean, he did his job well. He secured nearly a double kill for himself. Well, a kill and a half, let's call it, with the assist. So I'd say he did it quite well. SMZ will now be switching over to Doc, and Jaeger will be given to Pogger. And they'll be trying to go for console office meeting room once again. Maybe that's just the decision that let's just throw this round away.
I mean, to be fair, they did win the garage, so now they had a choice between lobby and console office. Personally, I would go for broke. I would go for lobby. And a lot of teams, especially in Southeast Asia, kind of don't like lobby. You know, they either put it as a secondary or tertiary bomb site. And this is weird because, especially in Europe and especially with Penta and now Millennium, these teams even
attackers
go
need to
to lobby
and
as the
defuse as
primary
many bombs
bomb
as they
site.
can.
They're that confident and they feel that the bomb site is that good.
I'd say it's rather just the decision of taking out that wild card plan out of the equation if they manage to win, and go to their way more confident sides. Rather that mentality that I see with this trend happening. Keep easy going on the 9 kills so far. Doing some heavy carrying for his team.
Yeah, that
with
was like
glass plays.
9-1, 2-1-1 or something like
10
that.
seconds to insertion.
Yeah.
He's incredible. To have him on any team, maybe even the top teams like
Attackers
Arrows
recovered the bomb
and Envy
diffuser.
right now,
Attackers'
maybe
objective
even
is
they
to locate a bomb
could
and
make
defuse
something
it.
work. And Speak Easy is AFK with the hollow site, but now he's back.
Yeah. Warren will be moving up straight away towards the admin to be contesting with SMZ actually, so this should be quite spicy.
So SMZ's
An ACOG versus ACOG.
Yeah, SMZ's not exactly playing in admin. He's just playing right outside Arts admin with Arctic moves ready to rotate and help him if needed. I'm not sure if they want to try and like lull KBT into some false sense of complacency.
There was rather just a bait to see, so the drones will see him there around break room.
No.
But never mind. Wow, Warren just tracks him down and shuts him off.
And hacks the cameras.
And he gets to hack the camera as well, so that will be a blow and a half to the defense of Impeders. for this one, because Arctic Moose is now going to be at an even more disadvantage. They will need to take that and take down the cameras. Vader will just get continuously shot with that echo charge. Arctic, what? Oh my lord. No, Civil manages to actually pick up a kill.
And a second.
The second one onto Speakeasy. Now a 3v4 situation in favor of Impetus as, ooh, Zesos is down as well, but Boba manages to trade him off straight away. Spirited will be taking down Arctic Moose now. 2v3 now in favor of KBT. And Pogus and Thy Asian Friend are the only two alive. And Echo and a Jaeger. There's still plenty of time for the attackers to do their push. And Boba Vader got... No, wait. Zesos has been picked up as well.
So look at what Spirited is doing below. He's gonna come up from the yellow stairs or the spiral stairs, and these two guys are gonna be pressuring in. They only have A-side control, kind of, with the Echo Drone still in play though. But that's gonna be really devastating. Pogba does take down Boba Vader as he tries to
Attackers recover the diffuser.
That, and you can see Spirited has come up from the spiral stairs. Zesos is down about 10 HP, and actually Spirit is going to be taken down, and Pogba's going to finish things off, and he's really happy with that.
Well done.
Impetus are going to come in the second half of the first half, so I guess the second quarter of the game. They're going to take the last two rounds and go into halftime after for the switch of roles. 3-2, they're still trailing, but looking much better than they did in the first 3 rounds.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely, they look like they managed to adapt to how KBT were approaching their pushes. So now it's rather a question of whether they will be able to keep up the pace with their offense.
First mirror? Yeah, first mirror.
Yes.
First mirror of the day and of this match.
Is it actually first mirror?
Yeah,
Mirror got banned.
No, mirror was played, on Consulate. He was,
Yeah.
but wasn't very effective, if I remember.
Yeah, that is true.
But
nonetheless, Impetus pick seems kind of similar, except for Pogger now bringing a sledge instead of what I believe was Hibana.
Zofia and Hibana at different times.
Yeah.
So
And
it's a
for
good
KBT, KBT seems like just a much more kind of standard pick for the ops. I mean, Bandit, Smoke, Jaeger, Castle, Mirror. That just screams of just play safe, have Castle barricade the double door from the spiral.
No, Zofia switch.
Oh yeah, there you go. There's the Zofia switch, and a barricade off the admin,
bombs.
or the better yet, the break room entrance. So have only the wall hole open for the mirror to rotate.
Yeah, so we were talking about this very hole that Impetus tried in one of the first 3 rounds, where they used this hole with the castle, but I believe in the second round, but they didn't have a mirror, and not having a mirror meant that they weren't able to contest admin as easily, and they weren't able to contest it jump in from the window on the west side.
10 seconds left before insertion.
Now it's rather
5 seconds
curious.
left.
Yeah, calling curious about how they will play it out, how will they use the council barricade. Like, I can already see the double door into the admin, which is a bit unpredictable, but I do see the point of this.
I mean, okay, so what's going to happen is they're supposed to take down the soft breach in Sophia and or SMZ. They might be able to funnel the attackers onto the onto the northern door to the left of Bola. Now you won.
Yeah, so make them push through the break room, and from there move on. But I'm kind of doubting that at this very moment.
I don't think they're interested in doing that east push.
Yeah, it doesn't look like it, and it seems that it will be a full-on west push by Impetus, which is viable. But I feel that there's way too much utility that is being put onto defense of the west side. So only the cleverest decision, but at the same time, they will be evading the attempted funnel by Mira.
Zezos. He's gonna go play onto the yellow stairs where we saw the Jaeger from Impetus playing there. Earlier, he had an ADS to keep him company, but right now Zezos doesn't have an ADS from Sky. SMG though, he gets the first frag. That Ash being put to work. Corin goes down, Castle down at halfway point of the round.
Getting Corin is that will be quite a bit of a blow. Corin was able to pull off a couple of clutches and frags as well, so minusing out him that early, well, fairly early through the round is a good idea for SMZ. Now, the problem for SMZ will be contesting with Zezos, who is Spirit actually.
Second kill from him, pushes up, and Spirit actually smokes out Arctic moves right there on the window. That's unfortunate for him. That's a glass down on his level. Speakeasy kills Sky friend as he pushes up way too far, but Hogger trades him right back. Puts the mad advantage back in Impetus' favor.
It seems that Impetus have nailed down their attack. They definitely look way more improved. Several others in SMZ. Oh, SMZ could actually get some sick kill as well.
I think he did light up Spirited by about 25 HP, and he gets the mirror window from below, so that's some excellent map knowledge, excellent air charge play. Just 15 seconds though, and now they're gonna have to go and try to get Plant down. Also is gonna try to take down that smoke. Plant is going down by Civil. Spirit is gonna try deny it. If he can get this, even one reach, he needs to stay alive, but he can't. SMZ.
2 seconds.
Ooh, that was too close for comfort for Impetus Gaming, and they leveled things up 3-3 right now. And I think that was the 3K or a 4K round from SMZ. Well, the 3K round, right? 3K round from SMZ.
Yeah. Very close, yeah. I don't really have much to say. If Smoke would have been able to go prone slightly quicker and waste that much, like those 2 seconds on having them to sprint right around the corner, it would have been definitely a win for KBT. But unfortunately for them, that's not going to be the case. Pick up Thatcher this time for the Asian friend instead of the Twitch, which is kind of interesting. Other than that, they might switch over.
They might switch over because it's a Thatcher without a hard breacher. Unless they're gonna switch to have a hard breacher, in which case it means that they're anticipating a garage defense from KBT. But
actually, I feel that they managed to actually read in quite well on this one, because Thatcher is still viable.
I mean,
So
yeah, definitely.
You can get rid of those ADSs and the yellow charges, so that is definitely a good decision.
Defenders,
but I
protect
feel
your bombs
that
from
maybe
being
Twitch's
defused
drone
by
might have been a slightly better choice.
Yeah, I mean,
In regards, because you have way more flexible decision making. You can pre-place your drone anywhere, and it doesn't get blocked by the ADS of JN.
and of course, you know, the better firepower with the M2. We've already talked about that. And you know, both are 2 speeds. That's not really much of a difference. So it just really comes down to the utility and the gun. And for a second floor bomb set attack,
10 seconds left.
not exactly sure that Thatcher is the best pick. It's
5
not a
seconds to go.
bad pick, you know. But
It's rather, I'd say, that the Asian friend actually just going in for the rather more supportive play, allowing the rest of his team to go for the frags rather. That's at least what I'm picking up from all this. What do you reckon?
I mean, it could be, but we'll have to see how exactly he uses the Thatcher. Maybe he has something up his sleeve that I'm just not catching right now.
Yeah, we'll find that out in a moment. Arctic will be actually going in once again to repel the west windows. This was actually being a bit more aggressive on his plays now. Knowing being able to expand his play area would actually mean quite big, especially with him playing on Ella with his Griswold mines. So I'm curious how will KBT be able to return with this, and whether we will be seeing a draw on this one.
That would be, I mean, I would be very interested to see a draw. Because Speakeasy is gonna start off the killing by taking down the flag, and that's a big kill. And SMZ is actually trying to come in through the garage, and he's taking 50 HP worth of damage. Zezos playing on exit stairs, dealing a fair amount of hits.
Yeah. Huh?
Now Spirited here
Sorry.
in the connector, he's gonna try and stop anyone else. He still does have Speakeasy
Bomb
upstairs
located
with
by
him
attackers.
for company, and that duo upstairs, it's gonna work very well because these guys, these Impetus Gaming, they're not really attacking admins that strongly, and even if they do, Quarren can just call out, he has a mirror window, he can say, alright guys, they are rotating some of their attack here, I may need some help, or if he doesn't need some help, he will not call for it. Just 1 minute left to go, and SMZ unfortunately ends up flashing himself.
Yeah, that would not be preferable right now for SMZ. 50 seconds on the clock left, and a 5v4 with the advantage towards the defenders, towards the KBT. So, to be honest, at this point, actually your prediction of it being a draw for the first map actually seems like definitely a might be.
Yeah, I mean, I'm excited to see it. I think these two teams are really closely matched. But it didn't look like that way at the very start, but, you know, it was 3-0, still early days, and look at that. Oh, no!
Oh my god, that push!
Oh,
that
whoa!
was,
What? He just gets
that was
through the
a
smoke.
ballsy play. Wow. KBT just absolutely
Oh,
ruthless.
there's
Oh
your
my
friend.
lord! There's your friend going hard with the pistol.
The attackers win? What on earth was that?
A 4K with a
That was
pistol
a
by thy
5v2.
Asian. A 4K by thy Asian friend. What the heck is happening? What? What?
Oh my goodness, that
What?
was absolutely incredible from the captain of Impetus Gaming, and he puts his team in the lead. That's 4 straight rounds for his side. Phenomenal stuff from the Malaysians. I cannot believe it. Thy Asian friend with the pistol on Thatcher. We were like, yeah, Thatcher, maybe not. But okay, if you can do that with that SAS pistol, by all means, please go ahead and do that. 4K in the dying seconds in a 5v2 scenario. That's insane, absolutely insane.
That was nutty. I got nothing to say. I'm amazed.
I got nothing
well
to
done to thy Asian friend. Impetus Gaming taking the advantage, the point advantage over KBT after losing 3-0. Like
Yeah.
that's comeback train is real. Comeback is definitely real, and yeah, I'm all up. I'm all up for that. It did seem
Attackers
that
need to locate and
sorry.
defuse bombs.
This is, I mean, this is what we call like kind of beauty in chaos, because the Asian friend, he took advantage of the absolute chaos that was going on with the smoke in the final few seconds, and he's like, alright, I'm gonna win this.
Attackers have discovered the location of a bomb.
Yeah, no, that play was just absolutely phenomenal, and I'm even more excited now. I can't wait for what's gonna happen in Border, because that means Border's gonna be a bloodbath.
Could we see 6 in a row?
10 seconds left.
I suddenly want to see 6 in a row, because that would be
5
some
seconds to
comeback. The only better comeback could be 4-0 down and then
Attackers
6 in
recovered
a
the
row.
bomb diffuser. Attackers are moving to defuse the bomb.
3-0 down. I can't imagine what the players must have been thinking at the moment. Like, you know, we are down 3-0. They must be a bit demoralized, and that has to go down a lot to
A
the
bomb has been
people
located.
who are helping the team keep the morale up, and I expect this to be the Asian friend's job. So whoever did that, kept the morale up and kept their belief in their own abilities, major props to them.
Yeah. Now, I do believe that Asian friend is actually the captain of the team, so it will be his job to keep up the morale, to just keep up, like, guys, come on, don't back out. Let's try this. Let's try this. We still have several rounds to go, and voila, like, and the pick for Impeders Gaming for this round is actually, I like it. It is fairly standard with bringing Poggers on, continuing to keep Poggers on glass. But yeah, bringing two hard breaches with Thatcher and SMZ, continuing to keep him on act. Look at this run out by
Zizos, no, you can't do that.
I mean, that nearly worked.
Dude, that was still, yeah, because I thought this glass, I thought Pogo was gonna easily see him, and that would have been a clean headshot. But luckily for both sides, no one came into anyone's crosshairs.
Yeah. Meanwhile, SMZ will be going in for the clearing to just ensure that there's nobody roaming upstairs. But it is a wild vigil and a mute around the bathrooms area, so SMZ could stumble into them on the spiral stairs, especially on Corin, who might actually catch one of the attackers off guard at the front entrance. He does seem to know that there's something's up.
Ooh, he can hear the footsteps. He does see. He saw the head. Oh,
he does
a bit
see.
Of a potato.
He goes for it.
Oh, he does. Does finally secure the kill. And he hears behind him. He's gonna secure the kill as well. SMZ taken down. Spirit to take down Arctic moves, and this push that was looking so good has fallen right apart. Oh, he gets a third. Quarren.
Defender has left the area.
Absolute madman himself, but Poggers will try to get the kill on Zizos, but Speakeasy will be trading him off straight away, earning KDT the 4th round, drawing it up again. So just to remind you guys, there's 4 more rounds in total left, in case that it will be a very
more
close.
rounds. This round
2 more,
and the next one.
Yeah, actually, that's right. That's true. My bad. Yeah, 2 more rounds. So if this happens, there will be a draw. Both teams will receive a point to go into the next match.
Look at that lopsided KBT carry. 13 kills Speakeasy, 9 kills Quarren, and then it was like a 3-2-2 or something, or 5-3-2. Wow.
That is a wow. And that is a wow indeed. But
yeah, and that kind of explains why they lost 4 rounds in a row, because suddenly Impetus Gaming turned it on, started winning each and every gunfight.
Yeah, no. It feels that if you remember the good old COVID curse back in the ANZ starting days, what would happen is you'd have COVID lose 3 maps in a row, and then only from there they okay, yep, we probably should stop memeing. Let's go for that. Let's go and actually try hard. And from there, you would see them just pulling the comeback trend and just winning the whole map. So I feel that this could be the reason here, but we just witnessed the Impeders Gaming train just getting a bit forced up. Hold up, maybe get us a quick refuel. KBT picks up 1 more round. So now I'm on the fence. I don't even know what's going to happen. Because to me, it feels that Impeders Gaming managed to actually nail down on how to play against KBT, but KBT are able to pull off some strats or just counter strats from time to time. Like that garage push, I don't think that Impeders were ready for.
Yeah, I mean, SMZ kind of did an oof on that garage push. He got taken down really easily. He was coming in from the not the garage push. He was coming in from Visa from the lobby, and Quarren just sat there. It's not even like he was using a lot of cover, and he just took down 3 people, 3 or 4, just sitting there. That can't happen. Impetus needs to punish him.
But unless Boba Vader will be now holding an angle in the admin, and I believe that will be the Asian friend who will be pushing up next. He will be droning up ahead. Can he spot a wild Quarren? Can he spot him? There's also Speakeasy. Wow, that is a whole lot of manpower actually put into the defending the admin. They do know that Impedus Gaming will be going for, at the very least, a push in there, or a peek. So, KBT being able to counter-strike that and adapt to that, that is quite well played. Now, the bigger question is, can Impedus realize it in time, or to be able to just simply out-frag him?
Oh, Spirited goes for a jump out. Arctic Moose does go down as Hibana, but the Asian friend sitting all
Attackers
the way
recovered
at the
the
front
diffuser.
door, front gate. He does take him down, and that's not a trade that should have been happening. Smoke for Hibana, especially Hibana on a second floor bomb site. No, sir.
Yeah, I would say that, yeah, that trade, utility-wise, that would be in favor of KBT, even after losing Smoke. But that just means that for Impedus, they will need to go for a rotation. They will need to switch up their tactic and go for the console office push. And Zesos heard that exactly well. He will be going for a very
Oh no!
Oh, he goes actually!
He gets
No!
Zesos, no way!
Wow.
Oh, he does get shut down, but to get 2 kills? No way! And SMC is down on 1 HP, 2 down here.
That must be quite heartbreaking for Impedus after being that close to winning after the Asian friend pulling off like a 4K with a pistol. Ah, man. That is not good. 28 seconds on the clock, and at this point, there's not really much to be done.
They are attacking second floor, and one's on 0.5, one's on the first floor. 15 seconds. Both on the first floor
15 seconds left.
15 seconds on the
There's
clock.
Ella
10
mines
seconds
blocking
to go.
the diffuser
Attackers
carrier's
bomb
way,
diffuser has
and
been
easy
dropped.
kill for Speakeasy standing on top of the table, takes
5
him
seconds
down,
left.
and then Corin finishes things off.
Yeah, KBT once again in the advantage for points, and for them, they need, well, next round is going to be the final one, the decider, whether this will be a draw or the win towards the KBT.
I
Match
think
point.
I'm gonna put my money, if I had, on
If you
a
had
draw.
any.
Oh yeah, if I had any. Unfortunate.
I would go for draw. I would definitely go for draw, but that would depend. Lobby press room. So that is going to be a wild card in here. And a pick of Monty. I like how they read it off. Pogger, actually, let's take a look at the score. Quarren and Speakeasy on 14 and 10. Holy, the double digits are real, ladies and gentlemen. Whereas for Pogger and the Asian friend, top fragging with 8 kills each. And I like how
Cav.
a Cav for Quarren, Maestro for Boba Fett as well. Whereas Pogger read in and got the Monty.
Okay, no Cav.
No Cav, yeah, this will be an Echo. This will be a rather more safe choice for that. No memes, no nothing, just sweat it out, get the W, and off you go. Or lose it, and off you go for the next map.
Lose it.
Attackers need to locate
I mean-
and defuse bombs.
At this point, everything could happen. But Maestro and Echo, that will be a very
Attackers
very
have
strong
discovered the
choice
location of a bomb.
for the utility. And this will definitely be an issue for Impedus, because they technically don't have any explosive. They don't have anything to counter the Maestro. And they will be able to technically counter Echo if he won't be careful. And from there, it is a good pick for
10 seconds to go.
KBT. I'm rather curious how will
5 seconds
Impedus
left
be able
before
to
insertion.
counter the plays.
Oh, so
Attackers
I was
have recovered
talking
the
about,
diffuser.
you know, in
Attackers'
the earlier
objective is to
game.
defuse
Was
the
I? Oh
bomb.
no, in this very game. No, this other previous game on console, where I said Southeast Asian teams don't really like to go to lobby, but look at this. Look at what we're seeing. KBT, these guys are forced, I think, to go to the lobby. No, are they forced? No, I don't think so, because they lost their attack. No, they won. Actually, I'm getting confused right here.
Already lost time.
Yeah, I'm getting rather confused. So I think this is not a forced pick, actually. It's not a forced pick for KBT. Their choice. This is their choice to go to the lobby, and this might throw Impedus Gaming off. Zezos gets 1 kill through the wall. Sivley goes down. That's the Lion. He does get detected, but pretty decent.
But nobody was able to get the refrag.
Yeah.
That was the problem. Poker will be now trying to follow up Speakeasy and Zesos, who will be downstairs. I mean, upstairs, pardon me. And, ooh, Poker will be spotting. He will be giving away the info that there's a wild Jaeger on the loose. But do they know that there's a Zesos also picking from the meeting?
I would expect them to give him... Yeah, okay, there's a drone spotting him, and now he's gonna go for it, and then the track does take down a fair bit of HP. It opens up the rotation hole even further, but Zesos... What? He got a knife kill onto Poker.
He got downed with that knife.
Oh, right. Oh no! Speakeasy, what are you doing?
Boy. Oh, that is not good. Speakeasy will be taken down.
Defender
And will be escaping from the run out. Yeah, that is done. But nonetheless, a 3v4 situation, not the greatest situations for Impeders Gaming, unfortunately. But there's still time for the plays. There's still time for the plan execution, and they still got the viable operators. They still have Twitch, they still have Cabana and the Dokkaebi. So, and now they have the cameras as well.
Oh, SMZ
Nice
down.
peek onto nice peek onto Speakeasy. Now evening out the score. 3v3 with 30 seconds on the clock.
Attackers recover the bomb diffuser.
Spirited is used on the backstairs. Oh no, he's actually gonna get Arctic Moose. Arctic Moose peeks his old position, not expecting him to charge him just like that. The Asian friend, he turns off at the wrong moment. He could have gotten the kill
15
onto
seconds
the
remaining.
smoke as well. Now he's gonna have to drop. Mobile Vader just take down SMZ, and unfortunately for Impetus Gaming, heartbreak as they rally back so strongly. But the first 3 and the last 3 rounds going in favor of clickbait tactics means that they will take the win on this map.
Yeah, very unfortunate for Impeders Gaming. Well played to KBT, and yeah, double digits once again on Speakeasy and Quarren. Whereas for Poggers and the Asian friend on 8 kills, SMZ on 7, Civil on 4, and Arctic Moose unfortunately on a singular kill throughout this whole map.
Yeah, that was me. I mean, some people will say like, oh, look at that, he's not been fragging enough. I guess you can say that, okay, somewhat of the reason for Impetus losing was refrags not coming out, frags maybe not coming out in the first place, etc, etc. But you know, this is Rainbow Six. You don't always need frags.
Yeah. Well, in that case, for Arctic Moose, I do think he like several more kills, and that would have been like just right. But nonetheless, I think we might actually have a quick break coming up.
Yep.
Yeah, a 2-minute break, so that the players can get their wits back together. And yeah, we will be back very shortly to cover the last map for this playday, Beacon Border.
Stay tuned, and we'll be right back.
Catch you in a bit.
Jack it up.
Imagine your arms will meander, but I will wait for you. There's nothing left for me to do. I'm going to act myself a fool. No point in trusting anyone. Your eyes of diamonds keep me up. Never thought that it could be this rough. No point in trusting anyone.
All right, everyone. So this is a bit of a funny situation here. Cthulhu, would you like to explain it?
Yeah, so it's pretty much while during the toilet break, one of the players ended up yeeting the computer right into the toilet, frying the RAM. Probably, I'm not too sure. And after that, we ended up trying to find the sub for that certain player, but nothing happened, unfortunately. And the last match will be a forfeit from, I believe, in Peter's Gaming after a unfortunate rager and a comeback shutdown. That will be concluding today's Playday. KBT will be securing points for both of the maps. And yeah, that will be it. Only 3 maps.
That's really unfortunate.
Very, very unfortunate. I know I also have this curse of raging and nearly yeeting my stuff out of the way. So the feels are there with the players, and we will be concluding our stream.
Yes, over 2 days we only got to see 5 maps. That is an absolute feels bad. We missed 2 maps yesterday because Ferox had to forfeit both maps, and now Impetus had to forfeit another map here. 3 maps lost. We should have had 8 maps, but really feels bad. We love to cast, we love to watch the games, we love to bring you guys the games, and of course this is a feels bad situation. They couldn't get the sub in time. The RAM for his PC got fried. So unfortunately, that is it from us for today, for this week. That is the end for Southeast Asia. Tune in for day 3 next Wednesday. That is the 4th of July at 7 p.m. Singapore time. That is GMT +8, as you can see on your screen right now. I've been the Infian Ewok, and with me has been the Russian Cthulhu.
Yes, and remember, always Rush B with a P90.
Thank you very much for watching. Good night, and see you next time.
Catch you later.